all turns.
Are we rolling?
Go ahead. Wow, a Roka.
Are we rolling for initiative?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
I believe I said I would take one of the watches, and I would have worked on my bow during that time. So can I do a check for that to
Absolutely.
progress?
Absolutely.
All right.
My character is at the table, but when I click on him, I can't get the quick tabs to pop up.
Do you have the
Are
arrow
you sure I'm
selected?
there?
Yeah, they're popping up for me when I click on your character.
Do you have your arrow tool selected, Dad?
Hold on a second.
Maybe you need glasses.
Uh-huh, keep it up.
Oh, come on. I had to.
Yeah, Dad, what are you going to do from there? She's in North Carolina.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
He knows people. Forrest does.
Yeah, I've got the arrows selected.
Oh, I'm supposed to be rolling for Rowan.
Wow, David did well. Or Oberon.
Well, considering how much he has out onto initiative, it's about time.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a plus 11 to initiative.
Oh, there it is.
Are you there, Mommy?
No, Mom's coming back from,
Oh, that's right, Dottie's funeral. I
mhm.
totally forgot. I didn't see her there. I hadn't heard her, so that probably explains it.
GM's playing her.
Gotcha. So can I call you Mommy?
Nope. Are you my mummy?
I am my
Alright.
Mommy.
All right, so it looks like Oberon gets to start us off here.
Okay.
Gonna have the waitress come and visit the table and ask if she can get any of you anything for breakfast.
Breakfast. Oh boy. Sure, I'll have breakfast. What do you have?
A little of everything. Wow.
That's very descriptive. I'll have one of those.
Okay. Hold on. This is the Rusty Dragon.
Oh, the Rusty
There's
Dragon.
the food for you again.
Services. Oh, here we go. Let's see, what would be appropriate?
Vodka?
Maybe
The
some,
cheese rolls
maybe
with
some trout fillets.
the cheese rolls seem to be the only thing that seem remotely breakfasty to me.
Yeah.
There's no eggs on there.
You know what? For breakfast, actually, maybe some smoked fresh trout.
All right.
Hmm.
We also do have some
With
fresh
you,
eggs. So if you guys want some eggs, bring those to you as well.
Egg schmegs. Bring me the trout.
All right. Is there
That's
anything?
The spiced potatoes.
All right.
Is that the end of Oberon's turn?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. It's the end of my turn.
Marissa?
I would like some breakfast too, but I think I'll go a little bit lighter with the cheese rolls. And some coffee or tea. Whatever you have ready.
Tea it is.
As long as it's caffeinated tea.
I don't think they knew about caffeine then.
Shush.
Or the decaffeination process.
And that is the end of my turn. Still.
All right, Cheery.
I'll take some potatoes. And that is the end of my turn.
Fours.
Bread, cheese, and a big mug of hot tea. And that's the end of my turn. Oh, and please.
And the waitress looks at you and kind of turns her head a little and says, "When did you learn manners, boys?"
Just for you, sweetie.
Oh. And she blushes. And Rowan wants to have some of those eggs that the waitress mentioned, and cheese rolls as well. And Hiroko, what would you like for breakfast?
I'll have some fresh trout, some garlic and basil leg of lamb, some apple stuffed mushrooms, and 2 glasses of ale, please.
Got it. Nergle.
Nergue is going to have a dozen eggs, the cheese rolls, the spiced potatoes, as well as the smoked trout, a mug of tea, and a shot of whiskey.
Wow.
All right.
Not to be outdone by Heroku.
Hiroko nods at Nergue.
Bronod returned.
And with that, the waitress leaves to go have your food prepared. And as the waitress walks away, Sava comes to your table and greets the group, says, "Hello, good morning, good to see you all again."
Good morning.
Good morning.
None of you have come yet to take advantage of that 20% off that I offered you. Don't forget, it's still open. Still an open offer.
Oh.
What is an open offer?
A 20% off, but it has to be 20% off of something we would need.
You would have to visit her store in order to find out what she has for sale.
Actually, I believe Oberon and I were planning on visiting the store after breakfast. Isn't that what we talked about this last night, Oberon?
It's quite possible. It sounds like something I might be interested in.
Everything's a little foggy.
All right. So Oberon, is there anything you want to say to Sava or to anyone else at your group, or do you wanna? What would you like to do?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to stop by and see what you have.
Oh, please do, please do. I've got some wonderful items that I'm sure will be useful.
Well,
Excellent.
and didn't Boris have a weapon to pick up here soon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to wander over that way as soon as it became my turn. After breakfast, of course.
Well, priorities, Boris.
Priority. Larissa, is there anything else you would like to say?
Not to Sava, no.
Jerry?
I'll just thank her for her generosity.
Oh, my pleasure. Anything for the heroes of Sandpoint.
Anything? Really?
Oh god.
And
Sick
she
puppy.
promptly ignores the wizard.
That is the end of my turn.
Boards.
Boris starts wolfing down his breakfast, and in between my bites mumbles that he might come over to her store after he is stopped by the Red Dog Smithy. He needs to check on his weapon.
Maybe you're munching on the bread that was on the table when you arrived. She hasn't brought the food yet.
Boris's favorite movie is Hook.
All right, keep up, GM. Keep up. Get the food out here.
Oh, and with that, the waitress comes and starts handing out drinks and food, and asks if there's anything else anyone would like.
Not right now.
Goes to tend to other. All right, and Sava decides, okay. So she goes and continues her breakfast. Rowan begins to munch on her meal and takes a look around the room to see what she can notice. And she notices the different people sitting around. She notices this lady here is wearing traditional garb of a monk and whispers to Hiroko, do you think that might be a monk like yourself?
I will look over at her and roll a 19 for perception.
You see, indeed, by some of the symbols that are tattooed on her neck, that she is indeed a monk. And actually one who has the same deity as you.
Oh, okay. I'm interested. I nod yes to Rowan and keep an eye on the monk out of the corner of my eye as I eat.
That's the end of Rowan's turn. Anything additional, Hiroko?
Eating.
Okay. Nergwe.
She said AFK a second ago.
Okay, we'll come back. Oberon.
And he's
All right.
there.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I guess I'm just going to continue to wait for my food. That's the end of my turn.
The food has been delivered.
Oh, I'm going to eat.
Okay. Larissa?
I'd like to kind of, let's see, can I, yeah, I'm close to Rowan and Oberon.
Right.
I'd like to discuss with them spells and with everybody else in hearing too, so that they can know, in case something comes up throughout the day, what spells I've prepared while eating. So I have a spell for producing flame.
Oh, that's cool.
That can do some damage. Also, of course, Cure Light Wounds always comes in handy. Detect Magic, Stabilize, and Virtue.
So, Larissa,
Yes.
does this mean you can light my fire?
Oh boy. Although I think somebody else has the idea for me to light their fire the way he's been hanging around.
He can light you on fire.
Yes, no doubt that Oberon can light on fire. Though I think Oberon has been trying to light my fire. And
Right,
that's the end of my turn.
Nergwe, we coming back. It's your turn. You held your action, so.
I am tucking into this food.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of flying everywhere. I'm just digging in, kind of hunching over prison style, just shoveling it in. With very orcish manners.
Half orc after my own heart.
And with that, I end my turn.
Cheery. Cheery.
Allie.
We'll hold her turn. Boris.
Sorry, I was
Boris
muted.
leans back, belches loudly, and digs in even more. End of turn.
Okay. Cheery, what are you doing?
I'll go check the notice board.
I have to find that handout.
It's on the wall.
Nice. Actually, the notice board is currently completely empty, other than the constant reward for goblin ears from the bathroom.
Okay. That is the end of my turn.
And Rowan continues to eat her food and asks the group, I wonder when the sheriff will be here to go to the the vault,
Cathedral?
no, not the cathedral.
Well, the graveyard thing.
Yeah, graveyard thing.
The tomb.
Just kind of wondering what what the group will encounter. Just sort of making small talk.
Was Rowan going to share what spells she prepared?
She was not
Okay.
at this point. So that's the end of her. Hiroko.
Hiroko wonders if Rowan's going to finish her food.
Does he ask, or does he just keep that to himself?
That was the internal monologue that the
Okay.
because I'm almost done my food and I'm kind of wishing I ordered more. But I'll finish my food for this round, and then next round I'm gonna go over and talk to that monk.
Gotcha. Okay. Narigway.
Narigway has just inhaled that awesome amount of food. I'm going to hail down the waitress and order more. Just bring me exactly what you did last time. Ready for round 2.
Okay. And she sees you from the distance and comes and takes that order and goes to have it fulfilled.
Hiroko nods in approval.
You know?
Oberon.
Oberon leans in closer to Larissa, and fascinated by the story of her magic, shares his spells for the day. So...
and immediately gets smacked. That is not a spell wizard. Sorry.
I have a wonderful assortment of spells today. One of those is color spray, which is basically a cone of wild and vivid, disorienting colors that I aim at the enemies, and it does some pretty funky stuff. It'll knock them out.
Throwing rainbows at people?
Pretty much. Very disorienting.
Got it.
Yeah, they could knock people out and make them helpless. And I can also throw some grease on the ground or grease up some weapons and making it impossible for the enemies to fight us.
Right. Yeah. Like you did that one time before, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And I can also conjure up any sort of optical illusion, an image, silent image.
Like with the dog or the horse.
Yeah, I can do pretty much anything I can imagine. I mean, I can whatever we can think, whatever we need. A wall, the appearance of a door, or maybe a hole in the ground, or maybe I can cover up a hole and make it look like there's nothing there. Make it look like there's something there.
That could come in handy. Good thinking, wizard.
Nice.
And I can fix anything. So if you have something that's busted, let me know.
I did previously, but thanks to Hiroko, I have a new quarterstaff, so I'm good.
All right.
And just so you know, the spell virtue I have, I think the others are pretty self-explanatory, but the virtue spell isn't really about finding somebody who may be trustworthy or something like that, but it grants a temporary hit point
Oh,
to somebody in need.
okay.
All right. Any Oberon? Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, finish my food, and that's the end of my
Okay.
turn.
Okay. And Larissa, anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, just continue to eat my food.
Okay. Cheery?
Come back to the table and
And Boars.
Continues eating. End of turn.
And Rowan, now that she's consumed a little bit more of her food, and has heard what everyone else has, decides to go ahead and pipe up and say that she's prepared for the day detect magic, light, which anything she touches will glow like a torch, read magic, that's self-explanatory, bane, which fills enemies with fear and doubt, cure light wounds, and also hide from undead, which whoever she touches, undead cannot see, hear, or smell. And that's what she is prepared for today.
Neato.
And with that, she ends her turn, and it's Herokus.
I will finish and get up and wander over to this monk who is talking with Sava. Is it a female monk or a male monk?
It is a female, you notice.
I will greet both of them respectively and do an extra monk-like bow to the other monk and introduce myself.
And she says, "Hello, my name is Sable Sorn. It's good to meet one of the heroes of Sandpoint. I'm the caretaker of the House of Blue Stones here in Sandpoint.
The House of what?
Blue Stones.
Blue is in the color.
Yes.
And what exactly is that?
It's a monastery here in Sandpoint that I actually took over from my father, and I have actually quite the vast library there that I tend to spend most of my time reading and trying to better myself."
So you're a book-like monk then.
Correct.
I noticed your tattoo. We share the same deity.
Oh, we do. Rory.
Yes.
Well, you are definitely welcome anytime to visit the monastery and to train and to read any of the books that I have available.
I shall probably take you up on that.
My meditation floor is yours.
And do you train? And I kind of hold up gnarled-looking fists and forearms.
And she slides up her sleeve and shows her own set of battle wounds. Says, "Indeed, I do."
A visit must let me try that again. It looks like a visit with you will be extra enlightening.
Indeed, we may learn from each other.
Exactly. And I'll end my turn for now.
Okay. And with that, it's Nerboy's turn.
Nergwe. Has my second round of food come yet?
Yes, it has. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. So, nothing like a good hunt to work up an appetite. And I'm just going to start digging in. End of turn.
All right, sounds good. Sean, did that pop up for you? Sable's information?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
And at this point, in walks a beautiful woman.
Hmm.
Perhaps the most beautiful woman in Sandstone.
Cheery target.
But you'll all actually notice her come in as chatter around the tavern quiets.
Is there 80s theme music playing?
No.
Oh.
And with that, Oberon, it's your turn.
Well, I'm not much good with the ladies, but I
And
try
his
anyway.
color spray goes off. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. So
You don't have a spell for Axe Cologne, do you?
that's right. I don't have a spell for Axe Cologne. Being, of course, being interested in saying hello to all newcomers here.
Yes.
I will go over and say hello.
Welcoming committee.
That's right. Well, hello.
Hello.
I know the grease spell today.
Oh God. Do I need to roll a charisma check?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I only say
dying
that
to see how this
because
comes out.
I only say that because I am so
Horribly
awful.
uncharismatic.
So what should I roll?
It is.
I drank the hagfish water.
Hi.
There should be a button. There's a button for diplomacy.
Oh, diplomacy. Okay.
Oh, pretty lady. I'm sorry.
What is it gonna
I'm
be?
sorry.
17. That's pretty good. Overall.
All right.
Hey.
Hey.
So the group sees the beautiful woman whisper something in Oberon's ear.
All right.
Color spray.
I'm typing that out.
We almost got a snort there.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I have to make sure this is good.
So Larissa kind of nudges Cheery with her elbow and
Tell me the secrets of the
nods
universe,
towards Oberon and says, "Get a load of this."
I think that's the friendliest you've ever been to any of them, including all of us.
Jealous girls.
That's not spelled right.
While we're waiting for the woman to whisper in Oberon's ear for a very long time.
Hey, I got a type. Okay?
She putting her tongue in his ear? What's going on?
Yeah.
I asked Boris if he recognizes the woman.
Hold on. Boris does recognize the woman. So I need to give. So yes, that worked. All right. So that went to David.
Okay.
And now Boris.
Boris is torn between his food and the beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
Decision.
So GM, I can only see out of character. I can only see part of the message for some reason.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, it's like part of it looks like it's hidden behind the chat box window. Like it's weird.
Well,
You can't drag the box around?
No, unfortunately, it's been like this every game. It's just something that I've always just waited for other people to start talking, but it's. I thought it would fix itself, but it never did.
so what's the last word that you see?
Me. It'll actually start scrolling up as you keep typing to other people, but it's always like I'm always a message or two behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not sure how to fix it because I think it's a weird quirk of the chat box thing.
Yeah, everybody, if you want to help him out by typing some stuff, perhaps that will.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so
You're welcome.
Boars, you should see that now. Do you see? Are you? You're muted. There you go.
My computer's really dragging tonight for some reason. Now, have we finished breakfast?
Yeah, pretty much everyone is finished up. Nergway is finishing up the last of his second round. So, but did information about the woman who just walked in the bar pop up on your screen?
Yes, it did. So
No, it did not.
It was only supposed to go to Boars.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just gonna say mine did, but I don't know if the other one did.
Let me try to send it to you again.
So I guess does that count as my move?
I thought you were sending that to Oberon.
No, that's to you because you know who it is as a resident of Temple. So, and who was it that asked Boris if he knew? Larissa asked Boris if he knew who that was. Was the last thing that happened.
Yeah, and Boris says yes, he knows.
And that's it.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm
Why you don't?
It still hasn't popped up on my screen.
Oh no. Can you check your journal?
Yeah, let me do that.
So I say to the woman, yes, of course, and say, just give me your hand, and I will take you. I will take you to where you need to be. So I take the woman's hand gently, and
I can show you the world.
Right, we're gonna go for a little stroll. This is
okay. Where are we going?
Over to the table.
And she
over to over here towards Cherry.
It's not in my it's not in my journal. What's her name?
Shayless.
Oh, didn't I talk to her before? Wasn't she sitting in the corner?
Yeah, I don't see it in my journal.
I'll see if it's in my journal. I don't
So,
think.
so,
I don't know.
so she follows you over.
All right. And I just have a big grin on my face, like, look what I got.
And Shayless, she sees what she's looking for, and says, "Thank you, wizard.
Oh, you're welcome.
I owe you one."
Oh, thank you. Yes, anytime, anytime.
And she sits down. She says, "If I may be so bold, and I would like to sit with you and talk with you all a while." And I guess no one says anything to her. So
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Welcome.
Yes, talk.
So she's trying to crowd in next to Cheery with Oberon still next to her, or is she just standing? Or is she sitting?
Well, Oberon, I'm assuming, is sort of more standing here.
Yeah.
And she has now, yes, she sat down next to Cheery before anyone in the group said yes to her request to sit down. She sat, and she sees boards across the table, and knowing boards from him being a longtime resident of Santon, she looks at Boris and says, "Hey down there, Boris, how are you doing, big guy?"
And Boris smiles broadly and winks and says, "Very well. How are you this morning, sweetie pie?"
And she winks back at Boris and says, "We shall see. We shall see." And she sits there for a while and says, "Actually, I'm here on a matter of business, and it is for the colorfully haired wee one, and I'm hoping you can talk to me in private for a moment."
Sure.
So she motions over to the table over in this area here by the door, and asks you to follow her, and
Okay.
saunters past Boars and touches him on the shoulder as he does, or she does. And,
Secret girl things.
yeah, sits at the table. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. And with that, oh crap, with that, it's Cheery's turn.
I didn't get a turn?
Well, no, go ahead. You had asked Boris the question and stuff.
Oh,
so
that was kind of out of turn order because
Yep.
we were filling time.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
I asked Boris if this is a woman he trusts.
And Boris says, "Trust to do what?"
Trust to be talking with Fury alone.
Well, we're right here.
Yes, Boris trusts.
Yes, but
Yeah.
is this a situation we need to keep an eye on? How far do
Every situation we need to keep an eye on because we don't really know what's going on. But essentially, I trust her.
So you think Cheery's safe right now in the situation she's in? That's what I'm trying to get at.
It depends.
I think we should accompany Cherry. Someone should keep an eye on her.
That's good.
You can see me. I'm right here.
Yeah, right. You're
Okay.
Keep an eye, but I mean, it could be kind of
As long
awkward.
as
30
she's-
feet across the room. What is that?
If she said she wanted to talk to me in private and somebody else comes along with me, it'd probably be kind of awkward.
Yeah, but
That wasn't what
can
I was
keep
trying
an
to
eye
get
on her
at.
from across
No,
the
I'm
room.
not. No, not you.
Just
That's
make
what
sure
I'm
that you're safe. I don't know who this woman is, and I don't know what her intentions are. Just trying to make sure that you're in a safe situation.
Sounds like you're jealous.
Boris is not overly concerned.
Then that's what I needed to know. That's what I was asking. If you're not overly concerned, you know this woman, then I'll continue sipping my tea. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So, can you guys do me a favor? Is there any way you can sort of, on your own, continue to go through your turns as I have a discussion with Cheery? I can't really split my attention 2 ways. Or 7 ways.
Sure.
All right,
So-
Boris is next.
Yeah,
I just got a
So-
message from Rowan
okay.
that she's home now asking if we're playing. Should we send her an invite?
Yep, I will send it to her.
No, let's not invite her. She smells funny.
Yeah. I can
You can
smell it all the
smell
way.
her those thousands of miles away, and yes, she probably smells very funny.
Well, you know, it's that orc smelling. Okay, Boris's turn.
Boris kind of wants to talk about the itinerary for the day. He mentions once again that he'd like to wander over to the Red Dog to see if his new sword is ready, and he'd also like to go by the store. Would anyone like to join me?
Yeah.
I believe Oberon and I both have plans to visit the general store today.
Actually, I'll step in here and remind you guys that the deal was it was going to be dropped off here at the Red Dragon and left with the bartender. So that's
What was
correct.
going to be left?
Your weapon.
Oh,
Save you a trip.
ha.
Okay, back to my hole. Continue.
So GM, has my sword been dropped off yet?
You would have to ask the bartender.
Ah. So Boris, continuing with his turn, gets up and walks over to the bar and asks the bartender, has anyone dropped off any packages for me?
And the bartender says, actually, yes. Yes, I have something for you, Boris. And lifts out from behind the bar a long cylindrical package. It's sealed, and he has no idea what it is, and he hands it to you and says, this was left for you.
And Boris nods his thanks, takes it, and walks back over to the table and sets it down right on the table amongst the group, and begins to unwrap it. And what does he find when he finishes the unwrapping?
It is a sword.
Aha! And he holds it up admiringly, showing it to the rest of the
And would Boris like to tell the group at all about what sword this is?
I didn't catch that. Repeat, please.
Did you want to brag about your sword a little bit and tell the group, you know?
Well, I'm going to pass it around for their admiration.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Rowan is not quite ready to join us yet, so she'll join as she can.
So Rowan looks at the sword from across the table and not really relating to weapons of melee use. He sort of smiles and nods and says, "That's very pretty there, Boris."
And Boris smiles and nods his thank you.
And with that, at the end of Rowan's
Picks it up and swings it around a bit, hefting it to test its balance.
Hiroko from the other side of the room where he's standing with the two women looks over at the goings-on, shrugs, and continues to make small talk, and that ends my turn. I believe we're back to Oberon.
Nergway?
Oh, Nergway, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nergui doesn't get why everyone's making such a fuss over this woman. She's not really to his taste. He likes really large women, generally speaking. And kind of snorts derisively and then just stays tucked into his food until he sees this sword of boars, and that actually gets his attention. Because the women didn't distract him, but the weapon did. And he eyes the sword admiringly and tells Boars that it's a mighty fine weapon. End of turn.
And Oberon?
Okay. Let me see. Or if this would work. So I'm not sure if this would work or not. Maybe you can tell me. I'm gonna come over here and sit down, and if based on my brief interaction, or based on Oberon's brief interaction with this lady, what would be required for me to sense motive? At this point?
Let's see, a sense motive check.
Do I need to actually be interacting with the person at the time, or can I base this kind of off what's going on plus the interaction that I just had with her?
I would think you'd have to be within earshot at least of them.
Okay. So.
And that check is.
I would be. I think this is within earshot, right? 6 feet? 6 feet within earshot? What do you say? Yay? Eh?
Trying to figure out what a sense motive check is.
Sense motive is, well, yeah, I know what that would be. We're down here on sense motive. Sense motive, here it is. Wisdom.
So it's D20 plus your wisdom modifier?
That is correct. So, ooh, wrong button. 4.
Wow, that's funny. So you have a hunch that there's more than meets the eye.
Okay.
More than meets the eye.
Anything else I pick up, or that's it?
That's it from not actually being part of the conversation and the interaction.
Okay. I'm going to continue to look intently, see if I see any of them, just, I guess partially checking her out, but also just trying to see what's going on, to see if I notice anything unusual. And I will hold an action no, because I already sense motive. Never mind. So I'm just going to, that's the end of my turn, I guess.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Larissa has nothing to say.
Coach check.
Not impressed by the weapon, so nothing to say about it, really. End of my turn.
Boars is saddened.
Guys, look at my weapon.
I liked it.
Man.
guys keep going a little bit more for me, please?
Yeah, who's next?
Who's after Boars?
Rowan. Oh, darn it.
Rowan
Play it
needs your
again. So, Rowan seems wise woman that she is, sort of turns around and scooches up next to Oberon and whispers to him, "What do you think?"
I'm not exactly sure, but there's more to her than what she's presenting to us right now.
And she says, "I don't know. She doesn't seem." And she kind of looks at her top to bottom and says, "She doesn't seem like much of a threat, does she?"
I don't know.
All trusting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, just, you know.
I guess if you can trust redheads, I don't know. No, something seems off. I can't place my finger on it, but something is off about her.
And with that, she just sort of nods and continues to look over in the direction of Cheery and Sheamus. And that's the end of her turn.
Hiroko wanders back over to the table and admires Boris' sword. Oh, that's a very nice weapon you got there, Boris. Is that the masterwork thing that you got?
And Boris is very much pleased with Hiroko's response and proudly shows it off, saying, "Yes, this is the masterwork weapon." Hello.
Oh,
Did
there
I
you
lose
are.
you?
No, you're back.
Yep.
You there?
Sorry. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Hello.
Okay. Boris offers it to Hiroko to handle and admire.
Hiroko hefts the weapon, swings it around a little bit. It's very well balanced, Boris. This is excellent quality, and he kind of takes a closer look, and that'll end my turn as I'm looking at the sword.
And Boris beams with pleasure.
Nice, nice. So, Nergwe.
Nergwe has finally finished the second round of food, sipping the tea and just watching this interaction in a slightly amused state, seeing all these humans, or not all humans, but all these others so interested in this girl, and it's kind of oblivious to any possible deception on her part.
Rowan's here.
Oh, all right, end of turn.
Yay, Rowan can take over for Rowan. Wow, I just said that.
No, it's Oberon.
Yep, Oberon.
I'm going to attempt to stealthily move up on her. Not move up on her, but move closer, I guess. So just kind of, make my way within earshot. I don't know if this would be close enough, but move very stealthily so that she doesn't see or hear me. And I guess this would be...
She does not perceive you behind her.
Okay. and just kind of listen in. What do I hear?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. So you hear the. Let's see. Actually, you.
I'm going to also ready in action.
You hear, as far as tones go, a friendly conversation.
Okay.
Nothing. It doesn't sound like an argument or anything of that nature at all. I mean,
Sure.
it's definitely lighthearted. You hear perhaps the words "help" and you hear Shaylis mention her sister
Okay.
and her father, and you hear the word rats.
Hear the word what?
Rats. R-A-T-S. Rats.
R-A-T-X.
No.
Wait, hold on a second. Maybe the music is too loud. Maybe the music is too loud. R-A-T-X? R-A-T-S?
Rats. The animals, rats.
Rats! Oh,
The
rats!
animals with the long tail. Cats.
Okay, rats.
Oh,
Alright. And I'm gonna ready in action.
okay.
So if she turns around and happens to see me, I'm going to pretend to be polishing my staff.
Now that's quite a line for me to hear.
Wow.
Rainbow spray! I
Oh,
used
I
to tell
have to-
grief, and
And I'm just going to go ahead and take 10 and say that she does hear you wrestling with your staff behind her.
No, if she does, that's what I'll be
She
doing.
does. So she noticed. And she sort of turns and winks at you and says, "Nice staff you have there," and then turns back around and continues to talk with Cheery.
come here often.
All right, Larissa, it's your turn.
Is
Yeah.
Oberon's turn over?
Oh, yes.
We
Please.
have to take this away from Oberon. It's
Yeah.
Larissa's turn.
Larissa can see the wizard sneaking up on the conversation and just rolls her eyes and continues sipping on her tea, lost in her own thoughts. End of turn.
Okay.
And it's Cheery's turn. He's still talking.
And so then it would be Borz's turn.
So Bors continues to admire his sword, takes a cloth out, begins to wipe it down,
While
hum
I'm
little
holding it.
tunes to it.
So far I've come in here and everybody's wiping their staffs and swords.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Welcome to the game.
Oh,
There's
thank
a new
you.
very attractive redhead in the mix.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who?
Me.
The one Cheery's talking to. We don't know anything about her yet. Oberon knows something because he first approached her when she walked in. Cheery, we don't know what Cheery's talking to her about. And Bors knows something of her but has not shared. He just said he knows her.
And what room are we in? Where are we?
We're at the inn.
dining hall.
Dragon. Rusty Dragon.
Oh, we're still at the end.
Yes.
What time is it?
We just woke up and ate.
Breakfast? Okay.
Yes.
So that is pretty much it. And everybody's shining their staffs and stuff. Except for Naragoi, who didn't notice the girl, just noticed Borz's new weapon.
Of course.
Yep, good summary.
Mm-hmm. So what are you gonna do, Rowan?
Oh, it's my turn? Okay,
Yes.
sorry about that.
Well, I didn't realize Borz was done.
Yes.
Is Boris done?
He is
Boards
So-
is done.
polishing his
Okay.
sword and singing to it as I hold it.
Do we know who's that? Okay, so who are these people in the room? Do we know who any of them are except
Yes, we know.
I can't hear, damn it. I can't hear.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Hear
you.
me.
Okay.
Individually, I guess, but I didn't hear who the people are.
We're just starting to say.
Okay.
So this, can you see where I'm pinging here?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that's she's in your journal, Sasha or something.
Fava.
Okay.
Fava, I was close.
Like fava beans?
No, that's Fava.
Oh.
Her name starts with an S. This is the one with the white hair at the same table. Is a monk that has the same deity as Hiroko, and Hiroko was talking to for a while.
Oh, cool.
And the redhead woman has been explained, and that's all we know so far.
Okay.
And you trust the redheaded woman for some reason.
I do.
Yes.
Well, according to the GM.
Well, all she
don't-
said was she doesn't look like
don't
that much of a
distrust
threat.
She doesn't look like what?
That much of a threat.
A physical threat. As far as her stature and whatnot is not exactly that of a warrior, or you know what I mean. She's well groomed and manicured and isn't quite
And endowed.
yes and endowed.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
And doesn't have any broken nails.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So did
I
I
don't
already
know.
do a perception check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and what did I find out? I'm sorry, guys. I have to play a little catch up. I
Well,
apologize.
that's fine. You find that you notice all the things we just said. She's not a fighter.
And have we already ordered breakfast or eaten breakfast?
Yes.
Yes, everyone has finished.
And
You
has
were actually the one to notice the monk, and you asked Hiroko if that was a monk.
Okay.
Oh, also, Oberon and I have both shared what spells we've prepared for the day.
And so did you, Marilyn.
And so did I.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so did you. Yeah, we all did.
Oh, good. I'm glad that happened. I've been wanting that to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna observe and end of my turn. Thank you for the updates.
Yep. So I find it odd that Boris is polishing his sword and singing to it while I hold it, so I'm going to give it back.
I'm not going to be very far away from my sword.
Oh, I know. I just find it kind of odd and amusing, so I'm gonna give it back to you and let you keep singing to it because everybody's starting to stare. So I'm going to sit back down and I'll order another mug of ale as we wait for Cherry to come back, I guess.
Where is Cherry? I'm sorry.
Talking to the redhead.
AFK.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm here, but I'm talking to the redhead.
All right.
Yeah, we're having a private conversation.
Oh.
So today we've got that whole going to the vault thing with Hemlock, right, guys?
Going to the vault thing with
Yep.
him.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna go check out this mysterious vault thing.
Yeah, the tomb thing.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
Because we all agreed to do that with him last
Yeah. The only question is, do we bring the redhead? I vote yes.
Hiroko chuckles. And that's the end of my turn.
Nergway, you're up.
Nergway, yeah, I'm gonna go along with to the tomb and suggest we saddle up and get on it.
Well, we've got to wait for Hemlock.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna do some care and maintenance with my weapons and armor while we're waiting, just to make sure everything's nice and sharp, well taken care of before we head out on our next foray.
Great. So now with the influence of the other two, the orc is shining his staff too.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Jeez.
It is, stroke my scimitar,
Mm-hmm.
polish my armor, get rid of any rusty spots. Basically, this table is being turned into like a weapons table. That's it. End of turn. Oberon, it's you.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of get back to the table here and tell people what I heard, as much as I heard.
Which
Something about help and rats, and I didn't make out much more.
Interesting.
Sounds like we're being recruited for something.
It does.
You game for an adventure, wizard?
Well, maybe. Maybe. It depends. And that's it. That's the end of my turn.
All right, I'm trying to tie this up here. Hold on.
Kinky Tarkin.
Hey now.
Hey, you're the one getting
Easy,
tied up.
easy.
Larissa? Oh, wait, no.
I was
Oh.
under the impression that the GM said hold on, so that's what.
No, I didn't mean. I was trying to encourage you guys to say I'm trying to tie it up. So just a little bit more, and we'll get back to normal. But you can keep going a little bit more.
Oberon, do you think you're about ready to head out to go to the general store?
He just,
What's that?
Larissa just asked you if you're ready to go to the general store.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
Yep, he's away from keyboard. He's doing the pee-pee dance.
Isn't
No, I'm kidding.
the
yeah, he
owner
is.
of the general store right over there?
No.
That's not her?
I looked. I don't think it's the same person.
The lady I'm talking to is the daughter of the owner of the general store.
Oh.
No, Sava runs the armory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
But that's the lady at the top, right?
Yeah.
And Boar's knows.
Sorry, I'm back.
Boar's
Oh,
knows.
sorry. I guess Boris didn't tell you guys that.
Yeah, Boars
Boris
is
would
not told. No one except for Boars and Shiri know that Shayless is the daughter of the owner of the general.
Oh,
All right.
what? He keeps cutting out on me. I can't.
Yeah, none of us can.
The daughter of the owner of the general store.
Is the lady at the bottom?
The lady I'm talking to, yeah, the redhead. Which
Okay.
I guess I technically shouldn't have told you. I forgot that Boris didn't say it.
Okay.
So, Shayla stands and sort of goes to make her way next to the door here and turns to watch the room. And whose turn was it amongst the group?
I think
guess
it's
Jerry-
Larissa.
Larissa's turn?
I had asked Oberon a question. If he was ready to go to the store, but I wasn't sure if GM was ready to
That's
do
fine.
that yet. So,
That's fine.
Oberon was ready to go to the bathroom.
Okay. So we'll find out that answer in a moment. Unless he's
But
back.
he did say he was ready to go to the store.
All right. So he's ready. And Cherry, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna come over here, and I'm going to try to make sure I'm speaking quietly enough that the lady over here won't hear me. And I'm going to tell everyone that she says that there are some rats in the store that her father has been too preoccupied to take care of, and she wants me to help her with them, but for some reason she doesn't want anyone else to come with me.
Well, how do you feel about that?
Well, I out of character sensed her motive, but in character, I didn't. She didn't seem to want, she definitely had some kind of motive in mind, but she didn't seem like she wanted to harm me or anything, as far as I could tell. But it's still definitely a little weird. She just seemed very very flirty, but I don't know. I think she must be like that with everyone.
I know what she wants.
But
Are you particularly good at hunting rats?
well,
Cheer?
yeah, that was the weird thing. I asked her why, she wanted me in particular, and she just said because I was so brave. And when I asked her if she would mind if I took a couple of my friends with me, because at my size, rats are still a little scary. She kind of got discouraged and was about to say, well, maybe she should have someone else do it. And so I went ahead and said I would do it, mostly because I'm curious what exactly it is that she wants. But I was wondering, I heard you guys talking earlier, saying that a couple of you were thinking about going to the general store.
Yes, I was.
So she wants me to go with her now. Maybe you could leave in a few minutes, and obviously she's
Check up
not
on
going
you.
to come with me for some reason, but maybe you can kind of trail us and show up a little later and make sure I'm okay.
That makes sense.
Hiroko snorts, rats, innuendos. Ah.
Well, I think it's clear that she has a hidden motive, but that doesn't mean it's an evil one.
Yeah, she didn't seem very evil, but it's kind of weird. So she wants me to go with her now. Does that sound good to you guys? Anyone who's gonna go to the store anyway, I guess?
Yeah, Oberon and I were ready to leave the store.
We can follow you in a little bit.
It does, but I want to reach into my backpack and pull out something, and I tell Cheery, here, if you're going alone, take this, and I hand her a scroll.
What is it?
It is a scroll of shock shield.
Shock shield. Okay. What does it do?
I'll tell you in a moment.
I'm guessing it shocks.
Well, it's a shock
Actually,
shield, so it probably
yeah.
shields you from shocks, but not emotional shocks.
It affects you, and it lasts 1 minute per level. Creates an invisible shield similar to, but not as strong as the shield spell. Hovers in front of you and negates magic missile attacks directed at you, and provides a +2 shield bonus to your AC.
Okay.
It also the bonus also applies to incorporeal touch attacks.
Okay. I will. Thank you very much. I will use this if I need to, and I'll get it back to you if I don't.
Excellent.
Before you go, little one.
Well, there's actually more to this, so you'll want to know this last bit too.
Sure.
You can at any time dismiss the shield as a free action, but when you do, it deals 1d6 points of electrical damage to all creatures within a 5-foot burst, including you. A reflex saving throw halves the damage.
Okay.
And I think a X accidentally may have closed. Wow, how did I do that?
Do any of you magic folk have the power to make yourselves invisible? Perhaps one of us should follow the pair, just to keep the little one safe.
I have not mastered that ability.
Oberon has his optical illusion spell, but I think we
Dude.
already have a plan to follow behind.
Yeah.
To go
So
to
Yeah,
it's-
hopefully on the streets, there
So
should be
it's-
enough people on the streets by now. Hopefully she won't notice,
So as
Be
long as
alert. Be alert, little friend. Be alert.
Cheery can read this scroll,
Like actual read magic or just being able to read?
being able to read this, being able to read the scroll. I don't know if there's any restrictions that you have that wouldn't allow you to.
Just having the ability to read.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can read. I think I can also read magic too. I was just a little
Yeah,
but yeah, I have. I'm not even sure what that does. Read magic. To be honest. I know it's a thing, but I don't know what the. But yeah, I can read.
Then take this and protect yourself if you need it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Take good care.
I'll do my best. People in this town are weird.
All right.
Don't get any rat bites. Ugh.
Let's see. Let me get back to the screen you guys are on. All right. So, I'm sorry. I was doing other things to prepare for what you guys, I think, are about to do. So, can someone really briefly tell me what the plan is here?
I'm gonna go with Shayless. They're gonna wait a minute and follow.
Okay. Okay.
Well, Oberon and
Yeah, Oberon, Larissa, and I think maybe Rowan. Anyone else who wants to, but they were the ones who were gonna go to the store anyway.
This is going to get complicated, but it's okay. Okay. So, all right. So, Shayless and Cheery go off to the general store. And if I may, I'm going to go ahead and put Allie on there. Let me know if that switches for you. Did your screen switch, Allie?
Yep.
Okay. And so you see you're not really there, but you see the first floor. You entered the first floor of the general store, and you see a worker over on one side of the store. And Shayla says to you, this way, they're down in the basement. I swear, the other day I saw one that was the size of a goblin. Oh my gosh, you have to take care of them. You're so brave, so brave. And she heads towards the trap door there to the basement.
Brown.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie making all the okay.
So,
As long as I don't say I'll be right back, I guess.
so she heads to move you again. Thank the rest of you for your patience. And you head down to the basement. And let me get people here.
Huh?
Huh?
Putting everybody, or putting you and her down. Wow, the scale is definitely off. then on your character. And with that, I'm going to leave that scene and go back to the rest of the dragon. So, they have been gone for a little bit, and the group that said they were going to go follow was who again? Rowan,
Yes.
Oberon, right?
Yes.
And Larissa.
And Larissa.
Moving people all around. All right, so you and go to that level. Got two items, Larissa, so I have to go back.
Moores is AFK.
Thank you.
Hey, okay.
All right, so you're all here. And have arrived, kind of just arriving Oberon is still outside. Rowan might be in the doorway here on the steps. So you've just arrived at the general store. And I'm assuming you guys now no longer see the turn order.
Correct.
Right.
So I have to be creative.
Moores is back.
All right. So maybe, let's see, who's left at the Rusty Dragon? We've got Bors, Hiroko, and Nergwe, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Perhaps the three of you
Yes.
can do some role play in the chat window while I take care of the other two teams, please. I would appreciate it. And so I'm going to check out. All right, so Rowan.
My
what would
turn?
what would you like to do as you?
I'm in the doorway, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do a perception check. Okay, try again.
Okay.
15.
You perceive, there's many different goods here, and you see a young worker in the corner.
I see what in the corner?
A young worker, shopkeeper.
Okay, got it.
Busily moving about, putting goods out and everything, and that's what you see. It's a normal business.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk in and say, good morning, good friend. Mind if we look around?
And he greets you and says, absolutely, come on in. And he recognizes you as one of the Sandpoint heroes and offers you 20% off anything that you purchase.
How gracious of you. Thank you so much. I'll just stroll around.
I copy the website for you. Give me just a second.
I heard part of that, I think.
Yeah, give me just a second here.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to, for those of you who are at the shop, if you go to this website, I'm pasting into the chat window, and click any of the links of the different types of goods. This store carries any goods that are 100 gold pieces or less. So you can purchase anything you wish of that in that parameter.
Anything in the
And
anything that's in the goods and services. So it's like, I guess these are all subcategories
Right.
here.
correct.
Like adventure and game. Okay.
Yep. And with that, it's Oberon's turn. See what that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had end of turn. I'm sorry I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
I'm going to walk in and say hello.
Holy crap, sorry. I'm looking at the website and ads are
Oh, my
popping up.
goodness.
Wow, we
Yeah,
can buy a 5-piece bedroom set? Sweet.
for under 20 gold pieces.
Under 20 gold pieces. Is that with the discount?
Mhm.
Okay.
And he greets you back and says, "Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you see anything you'd like."
Okay, will do. Thank you so much. I'm gonna poke around and see if I see what I notice. Does it just appear to be a general store? Is there anything else that might be of a special interest?
Nope, just a quaint, small little general store with general goods.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a look at the list. That's the end of my turn. Gonna,
And Larissa.
what do we got?
I'm going to enter the store, take a look around, and kind of greet the gentleman that works there. Hello, friend. How's business?
He says, "Not bad, not bad. A little slow since the goblin raid a couple of days ago, but it's getting back to normal, slowly but surely."
Oh, thank you certainly for the discount. It'll go to good use with this group.
Oh, it is our pleasure.
I hear you have a rat problem.
He sheepishly looks at what he's fiddling with in his hand, and he says, "Yeah, we've got some problems around here. It's an old building."
Sounds like something I would say.
Is there anything I can help with in regard to those rats?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it's being taken care of.
And I'm going to just continue looking around. End of turn.
And the three of you do perceive the fact that there's stairs leading upstairs, and that there's a trap door that goes down into what you assume is the basement. That's what you guys perceive. So with that, it's Sherry's turn. So I'm going to go back to the basement. And as Shayless leads Cheery down the ladder and into the basement, she leads. She says the ones I saw last were, I think they might be building a nest right back here in the back corner. Follow me, and she starts to head back to the back. And so you follow, I think, your character moves. So.
Yeah.
And as soon as you follow, let's see. Oh, wow! You just rolled a natural 20. Or I rolled one for you. You see in the back corner a a cot that has been set up in the back corner of the room, and you realize that her intentions are not quite what she had told you they were. As her bodice comes off, and she slides into an embrace and tries to guide you over to the cot and says, "Your
head's hit her boobs.
Not even. I'm only 3 feet tall.
your reputation is quite interesting, little one. And I'm here. I need you to show me if you're as good with the females as they say you are with the males."
I wish I would. I should have gone with Sheen.
I should have planned out this side of my character a little more. I really did not even think about it.
Oberon casts magic camera.
Khan, report back.
I'll say, are there rats down here?
No, it's just us.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really understand why you wanted me to come alone, so a few of my friends are following me. They're probably upstairs right now. If I'm down here too long, they're probably gonna come looking for me.
Make it quick.
From what I hear, this shouldn't take long.
Oh my god!
So, as all this is happening, let's see. As all this is happening, the folks upstairs.
Wow.
I didn't write this stuff, guys.
Really?
The folks upstairs see a man come in. Looks kind of gruff, middle-aged, and he walks over to. He passes all of you, and you know, he's friendly at first, and says hello, and he recognizes you all, but doesn't really pay you much mind. He just allows you to continue looking. And he speaks with his young worker there for a moment, and you. Let's see. Let me see what you notice. Okay. So Oberon hears. Actually, you all hear him become louder as he speaks to the young man, and you see the young man point toward the basement, and Oberon notices that the man's face has become red.
Okay.
And he charges past Oberon and sort of bumps into him, and he slams open the door and starts to climb down the ladder.
Uh-oh.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Rowan, how do you react to all that?
Well, I'm going to go up to the... Go ahead.
Knowing the little bit that Rowan knows at this point.
Well, Rowan's going to go up to the top of the where the trapdoor is and look down, and let's see, what am I going to? I think I'm going to call out, Cherry, Cherry, oh Cherry.
Now I got to go back there. Okay.
Because
Hold on.
I want to warn her.
Late on
Should I
Just
answer,
wondering
or
where,
are we
because I
caught
don't
up?
know where she is. I don't know where she is in the building, but if she's down there and there's
Right.
an angry man on the way, it just seems she ought to be alerted.
Sounds like the beginning of a good porno.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let's see, does time?
That's fitting because in this general store, it looks like they have tearaway clothing.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
They do.
Maybe we should have gotten some for Cheery.
Cheery,
If we just got in our shipment of edible robes.
Cheery does hear your voice as she sees the man halfway down the ladder, or what she assumes is a man, and she can only see the bottom half. All right, so back to Oberon. What are you doing?
Wow.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Right. So he goes down there. I'm not really sure what I would do.
You don't really know for sure where Cheery is at this point.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah, I think maybe I'm just going to continue to peruse the
There's a lot of whips and chains in this store.
Oh my gosh!
Right. I'm going to ask the shopkeeper what's this what you got down underneath there? Is this like Bed Bath and Beyond? Is that the Beyond down there?
Oh.
And he aloofly responds, "Well, usually it's just storage, unless Shayless is down there." And he doesn't say anything more than he kind of turns to.
Right. I'm going to open up the door then and poke my head down in there and yell, "Hello!"
Okay, so Rowan and you are both leaning into the trapdoor, yelling.
Apparently.
Gotcha.
Cheery!
And while they do that, is that end of turn Oberon?
Yes, it is.
Larissa, what are you doing as they do that? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm looking over at Oberon and Rowan, their heads hanging down into the cellar door. And I vaguely, out of the corner of my eye, because my back was turned, saw a man come through, but I didn't see where he went. And so I turned to Oberon and say, "What's going on? I think Cheery's down there?"
Well, I don't know, actually, but guy walks down into the back. There's some good stuff up here. I figure this is the general store. Maybe down there is the specific store. We could go down and check it out.
Wow.
I'm going to ask the shopkeep if we can go ahead and downstairs and check on our friend. And actually, I want to know who that gentleman was that just went past.
That's the question to ask.
And he responds, "That's the owner. His name is Ben." And yeah, sure, why not? This should be interesting.
All right, let's do it.
So then
Alright, so
tell them, let's go check on Cheery.
alright, so you're all
End of
heading
turn.
that way. Alright, so at this point, I'm going back to Sherry's window. And then seeing
my computer just shut off, so but
no.
it's break time anyway. So I'll see you guys in hopefully 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
You're
7:10.
you're absolutely clear now talking.
Well,
By the way.
I'm
Well,
I'm
this is
on
on
Maria's.
Maria's.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
So, all right. We'll see you in 10 minutes, hopefully.
Alrighty then.
Ba-ba-ba-boo, sexual tension.